September is now over and we're heading into spooky season. So let me show you the books I read in the month of September. I read a good amount of them. So let me show you what they are. Let's get started. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Zach with Zach's Books. Today I've got for you my September wrap-up. I read a fair amount of books. Let me show you what I read in the month of September. Let's get started. This is in no particular order, and if you are interested in these books, we will link them down below. Heed the warning, there are 20 of them, so be ready for that. But like I said, no particular order, no like ranking order, or I read it in this order because I don't even remember. But let's get started. I'll show you the first one here. The first one I have is 6 Stories by Matt Wesolowski. I don't know if I said that right. I actually don't have a video for this one. I think all the other ones I have some sort of video up already or in the works. I don't think I have one for this one quite yet. But yeah, so this is about a body that is discovered, and they're getting 6 separate stories from people who were involved. Like, knew the person who got killed, was with them when it happened, and they're just trying to figure out, okay, what the hell happened? Like, did you do it? Did you do it? Did you do it? Do you know who did it? You know, stuff like that. So, it's done in a pretty interesting way. I actually really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars. Goodreads for all of these, because I'm not going to remember my star ratings, and I do apologize. Goodreads, link down below. So, yeah, 6 Stories by Matt Wesolowski. Next up is The Grip of It by Jacques Jemk. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and I think this is another one I don't have a video for. We were trying to figure it out, but I ended up thinking it didn't work. But this was also a really good book. It was really eerie and creepy. Towards the end, it kind of lost me because a lot of stuff kind of start to get thrown at you at one time, and it's like, okay, well, what happened to this? What's going on with this? Oh, that person's not here. What happened? It's about a haunted house. Obviously, that's been my jive lately. Been absolutely digging the haunted house aspect. Going into spooky season, I'm really excited because I got some good haunted books that I want to read. And The Grip of It would have fit that perfectly. But yeah, I recommend this book. Like I said, I don't remember what I gave it as a rating. Check out my Goodreads. I'm sorry. My memory's not as good as it used to be. But yeah, good book. I recommend it. That is The Grip of It by Jacques Jemk. Next up is The Deep by Nick Cutter. This book was messed up. It was very weird. It did take a little while to get going, in my opinion, but once it did, it was a really good book. The ending, just like The Troop by Nick Cutter, was very solid. I'm a Nick Cutter fan. I'm liking his stuff. I'm hoping he comes out with more stuff soon. I'm also going to be doing a book review on Little Heaven. I did not get that into this month, but I'm going to have a video with this and Little Heaven, so stay tuned for that with a Nick Cutter author vlog. But yeah, The Deep was really good. I really liked it. It kind of gave you like that unsettling feeling of being like underwater, and like not a lot of people like that. That's like a phobia for some people. So, good book. Recommend it. Next one up is a book that was also really messed up, and that's Hex by Thomas Old. Oh my god, I still can't pronounce that last name. Hovelt? I'm sorry. This was a really good book. It's also not talked about that much, in my opinion. I didn't even hear about it until I think my wife found it. I think at a Barnes & Noble. And she was like, yeah, I've heard, one person talk about it. It sounded really creepy. And it is. I highly recommend this book. It is really creepy. There are some points where it gets jumbled and you're like, what the heck am I reading? And the ending, in my opinion, I personally kind of saw an ending like this kind of happening with this book, but it is kind of out there and pretty weird. I think I gave this 5 stars. It might have been a 4. I don't remember. Check out Goodreads. Down below. But yeah, that's Hex. Thomas Old Hovelt. The next 3 I'm going to show you I did in a vlog together, which stay tuned for that. This is not the first one I read, but I had The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. I read another book by him in this pile that I'm going to show you coming up soon. And this one is a highly talked about book. And after reading it, I don't get why. My wife read it. She enjoyed it. I read it. I was confused as all hell. It seems like there's more than one story in this, even though it's only one story. Am I afraid of elk? No, because I don't get it. It was just too confusing. I think I only gave it like 3 stars, and I honestly just didn't like the book. And I'm sorry for those who really enjoyed it. I just didn't like it. It was not meant for me. You know, it was meant for some people, just not for me. The Only Good Indians, Stephen Graham Jones. Next up that I read for that vlog is The Shadows by Alex North. This was just not for me. Alex North is 0 for 2 with me right now, with The Whisper Man not being as good and The Shadows was not as good. This seemed like a really giant cluster that I just didn't enjoy. It happened with The Whisper Man too. The first part to about 3/4, 2/3 of the way through, pretty solid story. The ending was just atrocious. It was not good. I just didn't like it. So, Alex North, am I going to give you a 3rd try? More than likely. Because 3 strikes and you're out. But, I don't know. The Shadows and Whisper Man, they weren't for me. And just like I said with The Only Good Indians, some of you guys probably really like this book. It just was not a favorite for me. So, I think I only give this one 2 stars. I think this is the lowest rating book I've had. No, Left Turn at Albuquerque was also really bad, but I don't talk about that book. But yeah, The Shadows, Alex North. The last book I had in that separate little vlog was The Last Flight, which I actually gave this 4 stars. I really liked this book. It was, so these 2 women end up like switching flights because one's trying to run away from an abusive husband. The other one is just trying to like leave her life, and they end up like switching like places and roles. But a terrible accident happens with one of them on the plane, and the other one's like lost communication with her friend who was helping her escape from her husband. So she's literally on her own. And so it's got a cool twist at the end. I really liked it. Pretty sure I gave this 4 stars. I recommend this a lot. I would read this book. Julie Clark, I gotta see if you got something else out. Maybe I'll give you another read. Maybe I'll do an author vlog with you. But yeah, The Last Flight, really good book. The next 3 I have, I already have a video for them up and out, so I'm gonna not try and talk about them for too long, but I am known to not shut up. So the first one is Lock Every Door. If I can grab it. Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. This was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. And I think I gave this 4 stars. Might have been 5. Again, Goodreads. I'm sorry, folks. Check out Goodreads. It might have been a 5. I know Home Before Dark, the other one he came out with this past year, was a 5. This one might have just been a 4. I don't remember. But a really good book. I really recommend it. Yeah, good book. Lock Every Door. The next one I had for the video was The Last Time I Lied. This was another really solid book. It wasn't quite as good as Lock Every Door or the other one, Home Before Dark, but it had a solid story in it, and I did really enjoy it. So I would recommend this one too. The Last Time I Lied. Alright, the last book I read in the video, we'll post it up top over here. The Riley Sager analysis video, we'll post that up top here. The last book I read in the vlog, Final Girls. Fuck this book. It sucked. I don't think I finished the last like 50 pages. No, I think I finished it. I finished it, and I really regret finishing this book. He progressively got better. I'll give him that. This was his first book. Major train wreck in my opinion. I really did not like this. I think I gave it 2 stars, if that. Last Time I Lied was his second book. Got better. Lock Every Door. Better. Home Before Dark. Magnificent book. He does have another one that he announced coming out next year, and what's it called?
Survive the Night.
And it's called Survive the Night. I don't remember when it's coming out, but I am very excited for it because based off of my analysis, he gets better. So hopefully he doesn't go back to Final Girls because this sucked ass. But like I said, you'll see the vlog, we'll have it up top. You'll get a better understanding of my opinions for all three of these books and why I really hated this one. But that is Final Girls, Riley Sager. The next four I'm going to show you are part of my short story showdown. That's a tongue twister. And you'll get more in-depth analysis of the 4 short stories up above. We'll post that up here. But like I said, I'll try not to talk about these one this much. First one is The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. This was the person who wrote Gone Girl. I'm still yet to read that. That's coming up though, so get ready. But The Grown Up sucked. I hated this. I didn't get pretty much most of it. Like I said, you'll see it in the video up top, my confusion with it. I just didn't enjoy it. It was the least rated one out of these 4, I'll say that much. So, The Grown Up, Gillian Flynn. The next one was one that I really enjoyed, and I'm for sure going to be doing an author analysis video on this person too, and that's Darcy Coates' Dead Lake. I gave this 4 stars, might have been 4.5. Goodreads. Thank God there's a Goodreads. But yeah, this was a really good book, really solid. I own a fair amount of Darcy Coates books. I just haven't read them because it's taken me a while to like find it on an audio thing so I can like listen to it and be able to do stuff. And now that I found a bunch of them, I'm excited, and I'm probably going to be doing an author analysis of Darcy Coates because a lot of her stuff is about like haunted stuff. Like haunted houses, hauntings, and like just stuff like that. And so that's really cool. So Dead Lake, Darcy Coates, really good book. The next one I have is Night of the Mannequins, Stephen Graham Jones. This book was messed up. It was really good. I think another like 4 star or something like that. Definitely better than The Only Good Indians, I'll say that much. It was just really eerie and creepy. Trying not to spoil anything. You feel bad for the group of friends because their one friend who's doing all this stuff is kind of a moron, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, overall, really good book. I highly recommend it. Again, all these books will be linked down below, and we'll actually have the video for this and the other 4 in this up above, so you can always check them out. And like I said, if you're interested in reading this one yourself, we'll post it down below. But yeah, Night of the Mannequins, really good book. Really enjoyed it. The last book we did for this was a Stephen King one, yay, and that is The Sundog. This one was weird. This is part of 4 Past Midnight, which also includes The Langoliers, Secret Window, Secret Garden, and The Library Policeman. We were planning to do another short story showdown, and I think The Langoliers might be part of that one. We're still kind of finalizing what stories are going to be in that. But stay tuned for that one because it's going to be another one. But The Sundog, really good book. I think I gave it 4 stars. It was the highest rated one out of the 4 of them. But like just barely. It was like 4.75 or 4.5 or something like that. But yeah, really good book. Highly recommend it. Because it's Stephen King. You gotta love King. Except for the bottom 5. But yes, good book. The next 3 I have for you, it was part of another vlog. And that we will post up here as well. 3 classic horror novels, I think is what it was. And I'm going to actually show you the one I like the least first, because I've been doing the top ones first. The first one I have is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I don't get the hype of this book. I'm planning to reread it because I feel like there's some stuff I might have missed that makes it really good. And I didn't see how it was a top-rated like horror book. I didn't feel the eeriness and creepiness that I felt in some of the other ones on the list. And so, Haunting of Hill House, Shirley Jackson, I did not see the hype with it. And also, after seeing parts of the movie, anytime they mentioned the guy who's going to inherit all this stuff, I can't think of the kid's name, Luke, I just thought of Owen Wilson. Because he's the guy who plays Luke in the movie. And every time they just showed him, like, he's talking, I just pictured Owen Wilson. So, like, that's not creepy. It's not scary. Wow. But yeah, Haunting of Hill House, not that good. The next one I did for the vlog is The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. I believe I gave this 5 stars. Might have been a 4-star. Goodreads down below. This one was just creepy. There are some parts where I wish they just stuck with the girl who's possessed, because they at some point show the priest who like isn't believing this stuff, and there's like pages upon pages of like just him not being even near the girl, and it's just it took away from me the story that I wanted to read. I just wanted to read about the girl who was possessed. I didn't care about the pastor not believing in this crap. I wanted to hear what was going on with the girl. I want to see the possession. Show me the possession. I need more possession. But otherwise, a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I would recommend it, and it's another book I'd probably read again, to be honest with you. But yeah, The Exorcist. And the last one I have for this vlog is honestly probably a new top 5 favorite book of all time. And that is the Amityville Horror. This book was spooky. And it's continuous throughout pretty much the entire book. I gave this 5 stars. And it was just so continuously freaky. Everything just from the get-go is like, yeah, this thing is moving. And it shouldn't be. Nobody's in there. Like, the priest comes to bless the house, and the house pretty much just tells him to F off. Like, that's not creepy at all. I'm planning to have another horror book recommendation video, and this is for sure going to be in that. And if you're looking for a good book to read for Halloween, like just this spooky time of year, read the Amityville Horror. Like, I swear, this is a scary book. Amityville Horror, really good book, 5 stars. Highly recommend this book. Alright, the last 3 I have are Stephen King books. And the first one was part of a video that we'll link up top, and that was a short story collection battle between Full Dark No Stars and Different Seasons. I finished Different Seasons last month, on the last day of the month, so that unfortunately did not make the cut for this video. However, Full Dark No Stars, I finished in the month. The ones in this one were 1922, Big Driver, Fair Extension, and A Good Marriage. The 4 stories were overall relatively pretty good and solid. Like I said, I have a vlog of this. We'll post it up top, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But I really enjoyed all of them. I think the only one that I really didn't like, I think, was A Good Marriage. I don't remember, though. I think that one was my lowest rated out of the 4 of them. But again, video will be up top, so take a look at it. But that's Full Dark No Stars. Stephen King. Really good book. The next book I read for the month of September was The Outsider by Stephen King. I just read this a few days ago. It is a really good book. I will say, if you have not read this or the short story collection If It Bleeds, read this first. Because If It Bleeds is a sequel to this. And I did not know that when I read If It Bleeds. So some of the stuff in this was kind of spoiled for me because I already read the sequel. So, spoiler alert, read this before you read If It Bleeds. If It Bleeds is a sequel. It's a short story, but it's a sequel. I really like this book. I think we have something planned for this, so stay tuned. We might have a video coming out for it. But The Outsider, really solid book. Really enjoyed it. I think it was 4.5 stars. Might have been 4 stars. I don't remember. But a really solid book. Really liked it. I recommend it. The final book I read in the month of September is one that I actually just finished. Maybe like an hour or so ago. And that is Cujo. Whoo, this book is good. 5 stars. 100% 5 stars. It gives you the creepy aspect of a good dog at the beginning and slowly builds to its like demise of going into like rabidness and like craziness, and it's a really good book. The movie ending is different than the book ending, although I didn't really mind the book ending though. Like, I know it's supposed to probably not be like the happiest, but like I didn't care. I didn't mind it. So, but yeah, Cujo, Stephen King, probably breaks my top 10 Stephen King books. which is unfortunate because we just did a video for them. So vlog for this coming out soon. Stay tuned for that. It's a really good book and I really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend this book for you. There you have it, guys. That was my September wrap up. Read about 20 books. Did not count how many pages, but it is a lot. What were some of the books you read in September that were your favorites? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again, if you're interested in any of these books, we'll link them down below for you. So if you're interested in giving them a read, give them a read. October is right around the corner, so there's some October TBRs for you right there too. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.